Now we should be going live on YouTube very soon, and I'm actually coming to you live and direct from my home. And it is going to be a question and answer session today, and I'm going to give it a couple of minutes before I actually start allowing you to ask questions. But what I will do, I'm waiting for a notification to come up, which is evidence that we are on YouTube, and that's where we should be, and I hope we are there. But as soon as I get that evidence, I'm gonna just do a review of the week. Once I've done the review of the week, I'll tell you a little bit more that's about something that's happening tonight. Then I will be talking more about something amazing which is happening. But I've now got the indication that I'm live on YouTube. So what I will do now is hello to all of you who are watching or just about to watch. I did say I was going to be going live today. What I'm doing now is checking my sound, because last time I did this, I was down at the Old Bailey and I thought sound was coming out, but it wasn't. So let me see if any sound is coming out. I hope you're getting sound. So if you're getting good sound, let me know, and then I could move on. So, yeah, man, we're getting sound. Big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up, big up. So good morning to all of you who are watching. My name is Wendell Daniel, and welcome to StreetMic. And we are coming to you live on direct from the StreetMic kitchen. Can you believe that? Some of you guys are always calling me Ainsley. You call me other things as well, but you say Ainsley. So I thought to myself, what can I do differently today that will demonstrate that I'm normal? But this is my humble abode, and let me, I'm just checking, yeah, everything is good. So let me say hello, first of all, to a few of you who are joining us, yeah. And what I do hope to do, I hope to make what I'm doing today a regular occurrence at least once per week, but hopefully the only time I can really do it, honestly, is on a Saturday or a Sunday. So during the week I'm too busy to be able to do it regularly in the evening or in the morning, but on a Saturday or Sunday, that is possible. And you guys tell me, do you like this type of setup at home when you can actually chat with StreetMic? You can ask me questions, you can cuss me, but we can do it privately and intimately, privately on social media, yeah, whatever. So we can, with a smaller audience, and I believe we can get a lot more from having an intimate setup. So I can't see the chat come up yet, so maybe it has. Hold on, let me have a look. Live chat. Yeah, now we're seeing the chat. Now we're seeing the chat. So The Rock, DJ Media, Sean, big up. Hey, we're going to chat about Sean in a minute. And Carby61, Official Topic Talk, AR, Cliffy, Pillay, big up. So, just to let you know that I am going to have a special guest via my mobile telephone in about 15-20 minutes, and that's my granddaughter. So I'm going to be ringing her, and you know, I call her Baby StreetMic, and she's the person who's going to be taking over from me one day. But when she does take over, she's taking over the company. So the company is called StreetMic Pod Limited. There's many elements, not just live streaming. I do many other things which I'll let you know. And she's only 14 years of age, so I'm training her, and she's going on a very special trip in 48 hours time with her school. And I want you guys to listen to her, and she's just going to quickly say hello. But let me do a quick review of the week, and when I finish that, then you guys and girls can ask me any questions within reason that you want. So you can ask me questions. So It is going to be good, but today for me is very, very, very busy. I got an event tonight, and I'll tell you about that in a moment. But if we can chat about this week, and for me, it's been really busy. It's been really amazing. But let's review from last Sunday right up until today. So last Sunday, as you know, we did Speaker's Corner, and for me, that was one of the best Speaker's Corner I've ever done. And I'm being quite honest. Quite often, I get bored with Speaker's Corner, the same repetitive religious rubbish week after week after week. But what really made it for me last week was we had a young lady come on, and she came all the way from Manchester by the name of Zaina Imam. So I'm just watching you guys online. So Zaina Imam, she came all the way from Manchester, and she comes specifically to find StreetMic. Luckily, I was there. So she disclosed something very harrowing that she alleged had occurred to her, and she said she was raped in custody at Pendleton Police Station in Stafford in Manchester. And I could not believe what this young lady was saying, but you can tell by the way she was coming across that she was being very truthful, honest, and there was integrity behind what she was saying. And I was shocked. I could not believe it. And I gave her the opportunity to speak to people. As a direct result of that first meeting, big things are happening, trust me, and I'm going to tell you more about it. But Zaina will be coming online tomorrow to update you guys personally about what is happening or what will be happening or what has happened since the engagement we had last week. But to let you know, we will be live and direct from outside of Pendleton Police Station between 1 and 4 p.m. next Saturday. So Saturday the 19th, make sure you've got your, put everything on, all your notifications, make sure your notifications are on, because we are going to be live and direct from outside of Pendleton Police Station. And it is looking like a lot of other people are going to be there as well, including, this is the key thing for me, including, and this legitimizes, let me chat good, and this legitimizes what Zaina has said. A former chief constable who was part of what Zaina is, and Zaina is online. She's actually, let me answer the phone to Zaina now, and Zaina is actually calling me. So Zaina, I wasn't expecting a call, but let me put you online so people can listen. Are you watching?
I am watching, that's why I called.
Hey, listen, brrr. Hey, listen, I'm in my kitchen, man.
Bless you. Well, I just want to say, Wendell, thank you so much, right? An event that was just going to be me and you outside Pendleton Station, Saturday the 19th of October from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. seems to be blowing up. I've got two to three former GMP officers. I've got local media. I've got Sammy Woodhouse, the child grooming campaigner. I've got Rick Pendlebury, former Maggie Olivers. I've got a number of charities coming, and I think you're going to be very, very busy on Saturday. So yeah, make sure you've had your morning coffee.
but can I come in there? Yeah, you and I are going to chat in detail about this. But what I want to make clear, this isn't about me. I haven't done anything. This is all about you, not Wendell Daniel from StreetMic. You have gone through a horrific event, and you've been campaigning and raising awareness. All I have done is lend my hand along with many other people to ensure that your voice is heard. So it's not about me.
But Wendell, if I didn't have people like you,
And
I
others.
would never have got where, yeah, and others, like, and I wouldn't have got where I've got to. But what I've decided to do, like an event that was going to be all about me and campaign against police sexual misconduct, I've decided to open up the event to other victims that have been failed
Yes.
by the very same police force.
Brrr, big
Even
up.
the reason for that is because I've had a lot of people contact me asking for a platform. So I've said, get yourself down. I will introduce you to media. I will get you on the live streams, because I think now it's bigger than me. I need to get other voices heard as well as mine. So anybody that's been failed by Greater Manchester Police, come on down. However, I want to keep it like open to people that have also had good experiences with Greater Manchester Police,
A
because I
balance.
don't
A
want to
balance.
a balanced view, right? But I'm going to be honest, I know that not a single person that I've encountered that has encountered GMP will have anything good to say to them. Monday morning, I am sending out a press release to
Brrr,
everybody, and that
brrr.
includes Greater Manchester Police, the Greater
I
Manchester
want
Mayor,
Andy
has been
Burnham there as well.
partner.
I want
I'm
Andy
sending
Burnham
it to
there.
Andy Burnham. I'm sending it to Andy Burnham. I'm sending it to the Deputy Mayor. I'm sending it to the IOPC. I'm sending it to every single media outlet I can think of, all the local charities as well. And everybody is welcome. Even if you've not experienced abuse of power of any form or any sort, you are welcome to come and show your support. Come and show other victims that they matter and they have got a voice, and send a message out that we're not going to tolerate the police abusing powers, right? Black people are attending, white people are attending, like every ethnicity, every race, it's open to everybody. I have no political views. My sole aim is to get the police to do their job and stop abusing their powers.
Zaina, I'm so
Can I
proud. Go on.
Thank you. Can I just give a special shout out to somebody, because I know she's listening,
Go
and
on.
this woman has encouraged me from day one. Her name is Sharon Binks. She has herself pursued Greater Manchester
Big up,
Police
Sharon. Big up. Big up.
and beat them. Unfortunately, because she's babysitting her grandkids, she can't make it. However, she has managed to get me security for the event, and she's sending her friends down as well to support me.
Brrr. Do you know what is so really? Do you know what's so really great, Zaina? Yeah. You can't do it on your own, but when you collaborate with others,
Yeah,
that's how it works.
I know.
You
I
join
know.
forces with others.
Wendell, do you know what? I actually rang Greater Manchester Police a couple of days ago just to give them a courtesy call, all polite, and just saying, look, it's not a demo, it's just a peaceful live streaming event. Because I'll be honest, I thought it was going to be me, you, and a couple of others. I wasn't expecting it to be a lot of people.
Yeah.
And I said, it's just a courtesy call. Oh my God, the operator almost bit me head off.
Yeah, don't worry about them. But we're following protocols.
No. But the thing is, as soon as I said, look, it seems to be gathering traction, and I just thought I'd let you know. Her tone changed when I told her, like, when she realised that obviously they're scared of like publicity and they're scared of bad publicity. So when she took my details down, her persona changed.
Yeah.
And this is what victims have got to put up with, when you start speaking out. But like I said, any experience with Greater Manchester Police, it could be a good experience or a bad experience, because if you've had a good experience, you could possibly share where the rest of us are going wrong. And we're all going to be welcome. It's going to be peaceful. There's going to be security present. There's going to be other victims. It's going to be a brilliant networking experience.
And there's going to be some heavyweight live streamers there, trust me.
Yeah, heavy stream live streamers, and I like, this is no offense to the mainstream media, but I prefer the live streamers because it goes out to real people with real experiences, and you get to say things the way you want to say it. It's not, nothing you say is sugar coated or edited or has to go through like lawyers and whatnot. So you can speak raw and like say it as it is. And I just want to give a special mention now to people that watch the the Speaker's Corner where I spoke, I mentioned the historical case in 1984. Well, Jackie Berkeley, who committed suicide in 2021 after her alleged cell rape case in 1984, she committed suicide in 2021, sorry. Her family's going to be there as well.
See.
We're going to get that girl justice from beyond the grave.
Excellent,
okay?
excellent.
And I want to, after the event, Wendell, if it's okay, maybe we can go leave some flowers and just say we're trying.
No. That is what we're going to do, but we can chat about that later on. But I want you to give people at Speaker's Corner an update tomorrow as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, right, please, if you can get down to Salford in Greater Manchester, Pendleton Police Station, which is now just a custody suite, on Saturday, the 19th of October, from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and show your support. And even if it's you yourself want to be heard, you want the good and the bad to be heard, you've had a negative experience with Greater Manchester Police, you've had a positive experience with Greater Manchester Police, please come down. It's going to be a brilliant networking event, something that started with just me and Wendell planning to go outside that station has seemed to have spiraled. So much so, I'm actually launching the posters from Monday. I'm sending out press releases on Monday, and I've had a lot of initial interest. There's going to be former police officers there. Obviously, current officers are reluctant to come, but former.
But listen, they'll be watching online. They'll be watching online.
Greater Manchester Police are secretly my biggest fans. I've got it well documented.
You think can I be honest there as well? The stuff I do, they watch at Scotland Yard, mate.
Do they?
Yeah.
Big up Scotland Yard.
Big up Scotland Yard.
Get your mates at Greater Manchester Police to find that 4.5 hours worth of footage they pretend is lost.
Anyway, listen, we can chat later on. I got my granddaughter coming online in a minute, so.
Okay, thank you. I love you so much. All right,
But we chat later on, yeah. We chat later on.
All right, take care.
Bye. Yeah. So for those of you who are watching, as you can see and hear, great things are happening in regards to what has occurred with Zaina. The event has been planned, and it will take place 1 till 4 p.m. outside of the police station at Pendleton, but she says it's now a custody suite, so you will find out a lot more about that tomorrow. And someone said to me, I've got to pick up my coffee and drink it. I needed that. So this is StreetMic's kitchen. Many of you always calling me Ainsley, but maybe next week I can do, just imagine StreetMic in the kitchen doing some cooking some rice and peas, some curry goats, some mutton. You can see me seasoning up the meat. Would you like to see that? You know, I'm not just about giving it large on the streets. There's other facets to myself. So let me know, would you like to see StreetMic cooking in his kitchen? So moving on, but you can ask me questions soon, but not yet. You can ask me questions soon, but not yet. But what I am doing the review of the week. Then I'm going to quickly call my granddaughter. So going back, so that's what happened last Sunday with Zaina. Brilliant, and you've had an update. I do mainly funerals Monday to Friday, so I was busy most of the week. On Wednesday was the only day I have been free this week. So on Wednesday, my live stream started in Westminster for Prime Minister's questions. And this is all by GoPro. So within minutes of me hitting go live, Keir Starmer came out of number 10 Downing Street in his cortege and had his outriders, woo, 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 woo. And you guys saw all of that. And it was brilliant. You know, I was down there. I managed to engage with all of the Steve Gray Braid team, but Steve wasn't there. He's on holiday somewhere and he needs a break. You know, he's an avid campaigner. I saw him in Liverpool, in Birmingham, at the Labour Party and Tory conferences. So his colleagues were there and I managed to engage with him. But the important bit, after that was all over, I made my way down to walking all the way to Trafalgar Square, then to Leicester Square, then to Soho, but also we went Chinatown, and you saw a lot down at Chinatown. I went to Soho because you nasty, dirty people wanted to see some porn. I said, we can't do them things because you cannot show that type of stuff on YouTube. If not, you get bans. So all I did was walk through, describe what was going on, and someone made me laugh and said I went on a guided tour of Soho, just showing the pavement, because there are things that I can't show you, man. If you want to know what's down in Soho, go yourself. But after that had finished, I went all the way down to Southall, where I met a Mutter woman. So go on the channel, you will see Mutter woman, and all of you know her as Shalini. And I love Shalini professionally, that is, because she makes me laugh and she's funny. But when you see Shalini at Speaker's Corner, Shalini's always there cussing the Muslims. She's always there cussing the Prophet Muhammad. When I see Shalini outside of that forum in the streets or around London, Shalini is a completely different person. And she preaches the word of God. She focuses on telling the greatness about her God. And I'm happy to cover that. You know, I've invited the Muslims to do the same with me. Invite me wherever. I'll go to a mosque. I'll go anywhere they want me to go. But invite me and I will cover it. But Speaker's Corner, as you know, is a hostile environment. And it sometimes brings out the worst in people. But think of this. Speaker's Corner is world renowned, but it's always on a Sunday. Can you tell me why? Can't Speaker's Corner happen anytime? Why does Speaker's Corner have to be in Marble Arch? Why can't you go onto the streets and preach the word and do all kind of different things? Sometimes you have to think out the box and do things differently to get traction. That is what Mutter Woman is doing. Me and Mutter Woman, we're going on the streets. And when we started, I mentioned Sean. When we were in Southall, me and Mutter Woman, we was planning to go to Brixton. We was planning also to go to Shepherd's Bush. And I said to online, is there somewhere else you would like us to go? Sean made contact. She said, yeah, come Carlisle, come Wales. And I thought, that sounds like a good idea, man. So StreetMic and Mutter Woman Shalini, we are coming to Wales. Within the next 4 weeks, we are going to be on the streets of Wales. I'm going to be contacting my people from the Voice of Wales. All them guys at the Voice of Wales, they're on my phone. We know each other. We communicate. So I'm going to let them know, StreetMic and Mutter Woman, we are coming to Wales. So that is going to be so great. So that was on Wednesday. Yeah. There is no protest today. I'm not doing no protest today because I have other things to do. Yeah. And one of the things I have to do today is to visit a client who lost a member of their family in very tragic circumstances, and I'll be doing that very soon. But what will be happening is that tonight, and this is the bit I want you to know, tonight from 7 to 9 p.m, I'm going to be back on YouTube, live and direct, and it will be a gospel concert. It's a family fundraising event for children with sickle cell. I cover it every single year, and it's literally a church a few hundred yards from Tottenham Football Ground. So I'm going to be just across the road from Tottenham Football Ground from 5:30 tonight. The event is from 7 till 9, and we will be live streaming a gospel event. And you've got some top gospel singers there, Asta. And that's an event I've covered for this will be the 3rd year on the trot I've covered it. And I do it free of charge. So that is going to be great. And I'm going to be covering that tonight. So 7 to 9 p.m, come back on StreetMic live stream. Make sure you hit your subscribe button. Make sure you do all your notifications. And tonight, you're going to get some gospel music from inside of a Pentecostal church. And listen, you're going to get some good singers, you know, some well-known singers are going to be there. And when we are there, I sent the link to Sister Sasha Johnson. And Sister Sasha Johnson is my friend. She's I call her the BLM leader. Some people don't like that word, but Sasha Johnson was the young lady, black lady, who was shot and seriously wounded by an assailant in Concert Road in Peckham nearly 4 years ago. Was it 3 years ago? It's a long 3-4 years ago. And I sent the link to Sasha. I see Sasha 3 times recently. And Sasha sent me a message that she loves gospel music. So I got back onto the promoters and I told her, make sure you give Sasha Johnson a shout out tonight. So they're going to be giving Sasha Johnson a shout out tonight. So that is what's happening 7 till 9 p.m. tonight. Brrr. Listen, get your questions ready, you know, because in a minute StreetMic's going to be doing Street Night questions and answers. And I know you guys. So Danny Unfiltered. Oh, then is that Donny Roscoe? Is Danny Roscoe, if Danny Unfiltered is Danny Roscoe, ring me on my private number. I hope that is Danny Roscoe. It looks like Danny Roscoe. If that is you, Danny, give me a ring. And people have been asking about a podcast you and I was going to do called The Two Coconuts. And Danny Roscoe, I hope that is him. He was or is one of Tommy Robinson's good buddies. So Danny Roscoe, if that is you, give me a call. But what I am going to do now, but if you are going to give me a call, I'm going to be ringing my granddaughter. So let me tell you about my little granddaughter. She's 14 years old and I love her to bits. I'm actually, like I said, I'm 60, I'm an old man, but they say black don't crack. I got 2 kids and I got 5 grandchildren. So I must emphasize that I got 5 grandchildren. But this granddaughter, I love her to bits, man. And I got favourites. I get, so you got another favourite. I got my favourite. She's my favourite, man. I love them all, but she's my favourite. And I said to her, she's going to take over my beloved. Danny Roscoe is messaged me and he says, it's me, but I'm out on the streets at the moment. Danny Roscoe. Yeah, see, Danny. Listen, just pick your phone up for 2 minutes, man. Just pick your phone up for 2 minutes. People want to hear from Danny Roscoe, you coconut. I'm a coconut as well, they say. So pick your phone up, Danny. So I'm going to now ring my granddaughter, and she's going to be the person who's going to take over this business from me. And when I say the business, I'm talking the stuff I do Monday to Friday, and this is the small part of what I do. And she goes, when I take it over, Granddad, I'm going to put everything on TikTok and I'm going to change up everything. And she ain't going to be doing no street protests and all of that stuff. She's all for, you know, the young people. They like to do things differently. But she doesn't understand. Doing that rubbish with TikTok and on the streets, don't pay the bills so I can do all of this stuff. The private stuff, Monday to Friday, that is the big stuff that pays money. TikTok is just a bit of fun. So I'm now going to ring her, but she's 14 years old. And you know, sometimes people say that children, forget colour, children are not doing well, they're this and that. This girl is doing well. She's getting extra lessons, her and her sister. She's got a sister as well. She's doing really well. And I pay for it, you know. And she's going on a school trip via airplane that's going to take many hours. And I want her to tell you about it. So I'm now going to be ringing her. So I'm now, let me see if she answers. She knows I'm going to be calling. I hope she's free.
Hello?
Hey, good morning. Are you there?
Yeah.
Right, I'm now live on YouTube, but no one can see you, but they can hear you.
Okay.
And I've told people that one day you're going to be running StreetMic Pod Limited. And I told them you said you're going to change up everything and put everything on TikTok. Is that true?
Yeah.
So why are you going to change up everything? Oh, it's now cut off. Hold on, she's now ringing me back. So you're going to change up everything and put it on TikTok, yeah?
Yeah, sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, cut off. So why are you going to change up everything I do and put it on TikTok?
Because TikTok is just like it's getting better, like it's growing, and you can get a lot more money if like you're a content creator on TikTok.
But what I'm trying to educate you to do, darling, is not to rely on social media content to make money. What I'm trying to educate you to do is to form a business where you make your own money by creating a beautiful brand that people will pay you money for, and you don't have to rely on social media.
Oh, okay.
I mean, oh, okay. So tell me something, yeah? I've told people you're going off on a trip. I haven't mentioned your name. Your name is irrelevant. Yeah. But are you going on a trip in 48 hours' time?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
Tokyo.
You're going where?
Tokyo.
Tokyo.
Yeah.
So are you going on your own?
I'm going with my school and my school friends, but not my parents.
So you're leaving mummy and daddy at home, yeah?
Yeah.
So are you excited about going to Tokyo?
Yes, very.
So what will you and your school friends be doing when you go to Tokyo?
We'll be going to like restaurants at night. We're gonna be going to the temples. We're also gonna be visiting loads of like shops with food that isn't in England as well. So like stuff like that.
Oh, all right. You sound very posh and middle class.
I am. I'm actually top class.
Oh, you're top class?
Yeah.
So how long you going for?
A week.
A week?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward to it?
Yeah.
Yeah. And do you remember, and this is the bit I want to shock people with, yeah? You are in a fortunate position that it's been paid for. Yeah. But I appreciate a lot of people will not be in a similar position as yourself and can pay for something like this. Yeah. Do you remember how much your trip to Tokyo's cost?
2,777 or something like that.
2,700.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Plus spending money.
Yeah. So that's like 3,100.
Oh my God! Oh my God! And do you recognise how fortunate and lucky you are?
Yeah.
And wow, you're lucky. You're lucky. Your granddad's looking after you.
Yeah. He's looking after me.
All right then, man. But when you come back from Tokyo, we want to find out what you've learned, what you and your friends have done, because I said it's going to be a trip of a lifetime.
Yeah.
Hey, so what do you want to say to the people watching in closing?
Big up StreetMic and go to Tokyo.
Brrr, big up. Hey, say hello to Sissy. I'll ring you later on, man.
Alright, bye.
Bye. So that was my granddaughter, and she's in a fortunate position along with her sister, etc. But I feel privileged that I can do it for her. But I also recognise that there are many parents who do not have the privilege or the means to be able to do so. And at the school she goes to, I'm not saying where it is, it's irrelevant. Yeah, only 51 people can go, or 51 people are going out of a very large school. And that's a demonstration, but it's important she goes. It's going to be a trip of a lifetime, and I'm really pleased that I can support her to be able to do so. But when she talks about TikTok, I wanted you guys to hear that, because the youth nowadays, all of them, not one or two, 99.9% of them believe you go on social media, you have content, and that's the way you make money. That is a false myth. I'm trying to educate her. We've got a brand, build that brand, because she wants to be an accountant. She's doing all kind of great things, and she's great with mathematics. And I said to her, you can run this business, and then you can employ others to work for you. That's the way it works. You don't go and work for someone else. So that's what's happening. So I'm now going to be going online, and I did say this is going to be a question and answer session. So those of you who want to ask me questions, I'm now giving you the opportunity to ring StreetMic, or you can go into the YouTube chat and you can pose your questions. So this will be going on until roughly around 11 o'clock, because I have to go and visit a client today who I'm doing a funeral for them after they lost a member of their family in horrific circumstances. I have to meet them today, and then at 5:30 I have to be at the church in Tottenham for the gospel concert tonight, which you guys will be able to watch if you're interested. So those of you who are Richard, StreetMic, I have a question for you. What was it like to be on Ready Steady Cook? So I'm going to answer that in a metaphorical way, just pretending I'm Ainsley, got on my hat. Listen, I got my potatoes here. This is my kitchen, man. Yeah, I got my pots and my pans. Do you know, so next time I can do this in the bog, I can do it in the bathroom, or the bedroom. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine that? I can do it in the bedroom, in the bog, or the bathroom. And I don't want none of you to comment, because I know the kind of crazy things you guys can come up with. But being on Ready Steady Cook was amazing. Great camera crew, but to be able to have a laugh when you're doing something, and to be able to cook great food with some great people, it's amazing. So being on Ready Steady Cook, it was amazing. But if I was really on Ready Steady Cook, if I had Ainsley's money, I wouldn't be entertaining you guys, would I? So I hope that's answered your question in a metaphorical, funny way. So let me see anyone else. Sean has said gospel music is awesome. So Sean, you have my, Sean, hold on, so Mr. Lottie has said, StreetMic, can you go to Speaker's Corner as a participant and do some trolling, heckling without your camera equipment one day? Big up, Mr. Lottie. Yes, yes, yes. So, Mr. Lottie, I'm going to do that, Mr. Lottie. Yeah, give me 4 weeks. Within 4 weeks, I promise you, I'm going to go to Speaker's Corner without my camera, and I'm going to heckle. That is the thing about engaging with people online. Sean said, go to Carlisle, come to Wales, and I'm going to do it. So Mr. Lottie, big up. So let me see. So Scooby Patchy Doo, he looks and sounds more like Dave Benson Phillips. Who's he? Arthur, what's the weirdest thing you saw working on the underground StreetMic? I can't answer that true. No, I'll answer it truthfully. When I was working one day down at Colindale Station, yeah, some lost property was handed in. And, you know, when lost property is handed in, there's a process you have to go through. You have to go through the bags, checking, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so when I was there, I went in the bag, and I've seen something in a woman's bag, hint, hint, I have never seen before. And it was a vibrator. But what was different with this, it was Bluetooth operated. So I saw a Bluetooth operated vibrator in part of lost property. I never knew such things existed, let alone Bluetooth. And it's like, I was trying to work out, why do you need Bluetooth for one of them things? That was the weirdest, craziest thing I've ever seen. Can you imagine in the 40 years what I've seen work? I have seen everything that is possible to see. The most amazing things I did see on the underground is at night. And one day I may release a documentary film, hint, hint, listen, called London Underground After the Close of Traffic. Listen to that word, London Underground After the Close of Traffic. One day, who knows? Because I saw a lot of things after the close of traffic. You guys know what the underground looks like when it's opened. Have you ever seen it, what it's like when it's closed? Think about that. And I did it for 40 years and I always had a camera. Big up. DJ audits. StreetMic, when you mention funeral, do you live stream for those that cannot attend, or do you edit a video for them to watch later? That's a great question, DJ Audits. The reason I live stream funerals, the way it come about, it was a coincidence for me. I just fell into place. I went to video record a protest. It wasn't a protest, it was a funeral. So that's how I got into it. And the funeral director liked what he saw, and I sent him a copy of the video, and he asked me would I come to video future funerals for him. This was around the time of COVID-19, where live streaming then became a big issue. People no longer wanted video recordings. Video recordings, listen to me, are dead. People do not want videos. In 2024, video recordings are dead with everything in general. Social media, a lot. People want live. That's what they want. So what then happened was I started video recording funerals. That means I video recorded, then edited slightly, and then sent it to family, but that was time consuming. So what I do now, I've become the biggest live streamer of funerals in London. I do 80% of the funerals that are live streamed within the black community, but also I do for white funerals as well. And just like with Speaker's Corner, you live stream from the start, you live stream from the finish, and you do not edit. So, for example, I'm live streaming a funeral next week, which starts at the house. I then follow behind the hearse all the way to the church service, the burial, and also the reception. I choose not, say for instance I do 100 funerals, I probably do 400 to 500 a year. If I do 100 funerals, only 1 or 2 will be on social media, because I advise people do it privately, not on socials, because funerals are private events. The reason we live stream funerals is because, say people abroad, and it's mainly a cultural issue, because people abroad, say you're from in the black community in the West Indies, America, Canada, or Africa, to come to this country for a funeral, it's very expensive. By the time you get last minute flights, hotels and all of that. But now, all you have to do is click a button and you can watch a live stream. What I charge to live stream a funeral is £349 per location. So if you want a church, it's £349. If you want a church and grave, technically it's £700. If you want a church, grave and in reception, that's 349 times 3, which is £1,000. So you can earn £1,000 for doing a funeral, but also I'm a photographer and I photograph funerals, and I can do 3-4 funerals a day. I can do up to 6 funerals a day. That is the sheer amount of stuff I do. Hence the reason I cost social media and the pennies people earn doing this kind of stuff. You earn pennies. But people think, oh, I'm going to get into doing funerals because like StreetMic is doing, and they turn up with a mobile phone. Listen, if you want to do a funeral, you have to have broadcast standard quality stuff. I turn up with 10 grand's worth of equipment. People will laugh at you. You turn up with a mobile. You have to have the best sound, the best equipment, and a funeral cannot buffer. Hence the reason when I do this stuff, I test it on the streets, I test it at Speaker's Corner to make sure it works. So when I do a funeral, I know perfect, it's going to be perfect. You get 4K. but people will pay big money for and I dominate the funeral industry in London. I'm proud to say that. And it's because I've got high quality and high standards and the brand. Those of you who have seen me, you see how I dress like a funeral director. And I wear it, and they trust me. And I've formed relationships with funeral directors because they recommend me. So therefore, they're my client, so I represent them. If I provided a bad service, they would not recommend me. So hence the reason when I put all of this stuff on social media, it must be of the highest standard and the highest quality. It can't be buffering and crap sound. Because when people see it, ooh, I don't want him. So I hope that's answered your question. So Sean said, don't burn your bed sheets. Be careful if you're cooking in the bathroom. StreetMic, can I nominate Aki and Saltfish for the first live stream meal? Big up. So that's Cornelius. Yes, you can. And I'm going to come back in a few moments. This is just a coincidence, yeah? He's talking Aki and Saltfish. Stay there. And Danny Roscoe is ringing. So Danny Roscoe, stay there for a couple of seconds, man. I'm just showing someone. Someone has asked me about Aki and Saltfish. What's that? Saltfish. What's that? So that is a pure coincidence. Someone is talking about Aki and Saltfish. And what have I got in my hands? Aki and Saltfish. So that is proof that, and the answer to that question, so when I go live from my kitchen next time, what will be on the menu is Aki and Saltfish. But on the line now, we got Danny Roscoe. So Danny, good morning, sir.
Morning. What's going on?
Hey, how are you, man?
I'm good.
Yeah, hey, where are you now, bro?
Me?
Yeah.
I'm just outside in the local.
You're in the local. What you doing, chasing girls?
No, I'm spreading the good word.
You're
Not
spreading,
God this time.
so you're rabble rousing.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to find out what Labour MP is supposed to be about and ask her the questions that StreetMic would be asking.
Big up. So let's talk about two things. We're going to talk about a podcast you and I meant to do called The Two Coconuts. Yeah. And we can also talk about Uniting the Kingdom 3 on the 26th of October. Which one do you want to do first?
Whatever one. Don't you?
I then let's talk about Uniting the Kingdom because that's what people are interested in. Yeah. Are we going to be seeing Danny Roscoe on the 26th?
I'm hoping so. In some capacity, you will be, but I've got a broken ankle, StreetMic.
Have you?
So, yeah, I broke my ankle 2 months ago. It's still not fixed.
What is you running from the old bill or they beat you up?
It happened in August, in the middle of August. So, it just happened.
All right then. So that means so you can't walk around. But when you mean in some capacity, what does that mean?
Well, I will be down there. I will come down, but I don't know how long I'm going to stay for. Or will I just come at Victoria Station and then leave when everyone does the walk? Because I won't be able to do the walk anyway.
Yeah.
It takes me ages to do anything. You know what I mean?
But are you looking forward in general for Uniting the Kingdom 3? 100%.
It's going to be. We've done 2 of them now, and they've been great events, and they've really changed the shape of the nation, the way the nation thinks, to say the least. Because everyone's thinking that, it's going to be always trouble. It's Tommy Robinson doing EDL things and all that. When really it hasn't been. And it really has been uniting all different societies and all different people of this realm. You know, we have people up and down. We've had all ethnicities. We've had. It's been so diverse. It's been more diverse than the Palestinian lobbies. You know, when they put up their stage and have people talking. Because normally
Labour MPs who are generally white and not working class. So we've had everyone on there. So it's been a real eye opener. So I love it when they come along because it opens more people's minds to there are people wanting to unite and get this country back to where it should be.
No, and you know something? That sounds strange coming from a black man about getting this country back to where it's meant to be. I used to believe that as well. How can a black man be saying that? But now I'm changing my views rapidly in regards to lots of things in this country. And we're all in the same bloody boat. It's no longer a colour issue. There's a race issue. Sorry, it's class. And we're all in it together regardless of race, colour, creed. It doesn't matter. We're all in the same boat.
This is the thing. It's like the two-tier policing, right? People are saying, well, the blacks have been saying this for ages. But the difference is, when the blacks have been saying it, it's been institutionalised racism, right? So now we can all see, we're all on the same playing field, and we can all see, okay, in certain ways, the police do operate differently. For you, it's your colour. For the white people, it's being allowed to be English and proud. But we can all get together and say that the police force needs to be reformed rapidly.
That's correct. That's correct. That's correct. And you know something? What I realise also, when we look at these events, it is people of all colours. There needs to be more ethnic minorities coming along. Let's agree on that. Yeah. But that's a perception we have to change. But one thing I've noticed now, with the people coming through the ranks, so with the youngsters, just like I spoke with my granddaughter earlier on, with those guys, and I'm talking to people at school now, black and white are united. And I'm seeing it. So in the future, 10, 15 years time, they're all going to be singing from the same hymn sheet. And the narrative is changing.
Exactly. We've got young Bracker. I don't know if you know the Bracker show. We've got young Bracker. You know, he just does his podcast and whatnot. And he's with a guy who used to be, he was a youth of reform. And they do podcasts, every week on a Friday, just talking about what the kids' perception of it is.
Yeah, that's correct.
They're speaking the same things as what we are doing, but from a kid's perception.
From a kid's perspective,
And they're going through it.
Yeah, that's correct. And we need to listen, because I'm a radio person. I don't really listen. I don't watch TV. And I like to listen to debates, but quite often it's about adults talking about issues affecting young people. You need a greater involvement of the youth.
And that's what I believe United Kingdom will be doing and is doing. It's opening the eyes of saying, we are all connected, young and old,
black and white,
north and south,
Christians and Muslims.
It doesn't matter what you're doing. We are all connected because we all living in this country under the same conditions. It's not about colour. I don't believe it's about colour anymore in that sense.
I don't. There are issues. Let's agree, but in general, it's not.
The politicians want the issues to be out in the open all the time, and the people just want to forget about it and live together and not gang up, but get together against the politicians.
That's correct.
That's where it lies.
That's correct. So I look forward to seeing you on the 26th. It is going to be great, but just to let you know, I've got a book that I had 2 books delivered recently, and you know which book I'm referring to, and it was released earlier on this week by Tommy. So I've got copies of my book, and I'm confident it will be signed very soon, and I may give a signed copy away to someone on one of my followers. So I've got 2 books. I'm going to get one of them signed, and I'll give one of them away.
There you go.
Excellent. But you mentioned podcasts and the youths who are doing podcasts. How about the 2 coconuts, mate? We will make a brilliant you know that we will make a brilliant podcast, mate.
You know what, StreetMic, right? The amount of people that come to me and say, Danny, when you StreetMic's doing the 2 coconuts, we said it about twice probably. I get that every week. Why are you not doing it? Where is this? It is something that we can do because, you know...
It's going to be big, man.
It'll be a great podcast as well.
It's going to be big, Danny. So let's get it on. Let's chat, during the week, and we can arrange big things.
Definitely.
But the 2 coconuts are coming live and direct.
The 2 coconuts are coming live and direct. Indeed.
All right then, man. Thanks a lot, yeah.
All right, nice.
No, thanks a lot. Big up. So that was Danny. That was, I nearly said Danny Tomo. No, that was Danny Roscoe. And those of you who do know Danny Roscoe will know that Danny and Tommy are very close. And I was introduced to Tommy as a direct result of Danny. And it's been great since that first introduction. And it is going to be great, but we are planning to do a podcast, the 2 coconuts. So wait and see. You're learning a lot today. Do you like this setup? But let's go back to seeing some questions. Because, while I was chatting, the chat is flicked across. And so so Felix Mitchell is talking about hard food. Guan. So Muslim Revert, don't forget Kalaloo. Brrr. Like, can you imagine that? In my kitchen, man, every Saturday. And it ain't Ainsley, don't cook, won't cook. It's StreetMic. Brrr. Big up. So Felix Mitchell, Patty, Guan Rasta. So Arthur's, hey, I want ask me some questions, man. Enough of the comments. So they're talking about, Time has said, has Hatun become a Muslim yet? I doubt it. So One Generation Media, UK leader has accepted Tommy and will be uniting the kingdom too. It's going to be live. I'll be live at this time. So let me let you guys know something in regards to Uniting the Kingdom 3. I may not live stream that event for a reason. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be doing something different. I like to be different. Everyone is going to be live streaming the same footage. And I don't want to be doing that. And I'm being honest, just like last time, I didn't live stream it last time. I will be doing something unique. It is highly likely I'm going to be photographing Tommy again. Yeah, that is something different. Then we get some unique images that's historical. I do not want to live stream United the Kingdom 3 because you're going to have hundreds of people live streaming the same thing. And for me, we're missing something. Yeah, so I'm a photographer. I started as a photographer. So I'm unlikely to live stream United the Kingdom 3. Or if I do, I may just set up a static camera in Whitehall, but you'll see me doing what I'm doing, like I did last time, backstage, on the stage, next to Tommy, following Tommy, sticking to him like glue, photographing everything that is going to be happening. And that's my plan. I will not be walking around live streaming Uniting the Kingdom 3 like everyone's doing. If you want to succeed in this world, do something unique. Think about it. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So let me see some more. So I may. So time, love for your brother, what your love for yourself. Hold on. I was looking for questions. Where's the question? I'm looking for questions. Well, I can't see any questions. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to ring a young lady who is watching. So I'm going to ring a young lady who's watching, and I'm going to ask her to answer her phone. And she rang me the other day on that number I gave out. You know the number ending in 07442.
Hello.
So Sean in Cardiff.
Hello, StreetMic.
Oi, I'm now encouraging people to ring on that 07442 number because that's what you ring me on. So how's Cardiff this morning?
It's very sunny, but it's cold.
Oh, and you're in the chat at the moment, aren't you?
I am.
Ah,
Indeed.
brr. But tell me something, yeah. Did you enjoy Mutar Woman and myself, or Shanley and myself, in Southall the other day?
I did. I think Shalini is absolutely fantastic. I love Shalini.
What is it about Shalini that you love?
She's just a nice, honest person, down to earth, says it like it is. And she's a really good person, I think. Well, that's my opinion.
And you remember when I was, what was your favourite part of us going through Southall the other day? What really struck you, jumped out at you, that made it for you? And you know, what was it?
I think it was the end part. Well, was when she does the prayers.
All right then.
I enjoyed that part at the end when she does the prayer part. Yeah, so that was the part that stood out for me the most.
But why? Sometimes I ask deep questions, yeah. It struck out for you, but for the people watching who didn't see, why did it get to you? Why did it, well, you know, what was it about her?
Well, it's just deep and meaningful when she says the words. We all know that she means it. I don't know what to say, really. I'm absolutely shit at deep and meaningful questions.
But you know the good thing, yeah. You know when you're online, yeah. It ain't, for me. It ain't real. Yeah, me being in front of the camera now, chatting with people, engaging for 1 hour and 1 minute, and I've got to keep it going. This is real. But you were real when you mentioned you would like us to come to Carlisle. Do you like us to come to Wales? Why? Tell me why.
Oh, we would welcome you in Wales, and I think Wales needs you. I think you should come down to Cardiff. I don't know what to say, really.
Oh, no, but like I said, it is our intention within the next 4 weeks to make our way down to Carlisle. Sorry, I keep saying Carlisle. Yeah, to Cardiff. There's a big difference. Yeah,
Yeah,
and I'm going to contact.
Quite a few miles in between there, isn't it? Between Cardiff and Carlisle.
and I'm gonna contact my friends from the Voice of Wales. Yeah.
Big up Dan and Stan, VOW Media.
Yeah,
Big up.
yeah, we'll be seeing them on the 26th anyway, because they'll be at the Tommy's event. And I always interview them anyway, you get what I'm saying? But I'll let them know I'm coming down with Mutar Woman, and it will be a good event.
Brilliant. And I will be there with Welsh cakes.
Big up, big up, big up. Have you enjoyed it today so far?
I have, yeah, I've enjoyed it. And I've got a question
Yeah,
that
go on,
you
then.
missed.
Go on.
My question to you is, what made you want to go into the funeral business?
Can I be quite honest? Yeah, I was born in Barbados in 1965. Yeah, my family were connected to the funeral business when I was born. Yeah, I come to this country at 8 years old. Yeah, before I come to this country, I was already in the funeral business. Yeah, dealing with dead people. Yeah, because there was a funeral home right in front of my house, and we will be going in there helping out, building coffins, washing bodies, putting people in fridges, all kind of things. Yeah, wow. I've always been intrigued by the dead, and I'm being honest. Yeah, so, and when I become a photographer 30 years ago, the first funeral I ever photographed was the Cray. And do you remember when the Crays, it was down in not Walthamstow, Chingford. I photographed Ronnie, Reggie's and Charlie's funerals. Yeah. And yeah, I did all of that stuff, man. They were some bad days, man. And like, I got into it then, but specifically, it was a coincidence that I went into it because I was doing stuff with the Metropolitan Police through an event called Kick Off at 3. Yeah. I've had the opportunity to be driven around London in a police car, not nicked, yeah, with outriders filming, and I was filming what was going on. So I used to do stuff with the Met because I knew someone in the Met who was very high up. I've even filmed, yeah, and Dame Cressida Dick when she was the boss of the Metropolitan Police and she was going through Brixton. Me and the BBC filmed that. You get what I'm saying? So,
Yeah.
so I went to do protests, which I was told was happening in Tottenham, but it wasn't a protest, it was a funeral. And I found out about it at a police event. Yeah. And the funeral director liked what I was doing, Ian Greaves Funeral Services in not Chingford, in Leighton. And he was the first person I ever did a funeral for, but that was a video recording. But like I said before, people don't want videos in 2024. Videos are dead, honestly. They want live streams. Live streams get 10 times more views than videos. Yeah, so I went into the live streaming business, but it coincided with COVID. Because people couldn't travel, live stream exploded. And a lot of people went into live streaming funerals during COVID, all turning up with mobile phones and GoPros and all kind of crap. I turned up with a big heavy duty equipment that cost me thousands with the ability to connect to 6 mobile networks. Therefore, you always got a big signal. You know, in the years when video recording first come about, you got Betamax and VHS.
Yeah, I remember.
We remember them. It was the same during COVID. And I'm one of the lone survivors.
I was laughing my head off when you turned round and you were talking about people. That laugh that you do, it just cracks me up. When you were saying about people turning up with mobile phones to film funerals, I sat there drinking my coffee, and when you started laughing, I just spat my coffee out everywhere, all over the table.
Big up. But can I be quite honest, yeah? I might talk crap sometimes, yeah? But I want more people to turn up with their mobile phones filming funerals. And I do. I want everyone to do it. Do you know why?
Right.
The more who do it, and the more crap